Hi everybody, Mr. Ben here to share with you one of my favorite classroom organization strategies. Being a preschool teacher, I'm also an ECE teacher, which means I do special education work. I track RTI data, get IEP progress monitoring data, and also provide services for students who need help in certain areas. So if I've got a student whose IEP is to identify his numbers, or have proper social interactions, or how to sort objects, I provide those services to my students. It can get pretty cluttered pretty quickly, trying to keep all that paperwork and all those materials separate from each other, especially when you're in a preschool classroom that has a lot of materials already. So this strategy was actually shown to me by a friend of mine. Her name is Molly Caswell, and she did this in her ECE classroom, and I love this idea. She would take these baskets, and each student would have their own basket and have their materials in it, and have their folders, their IEP work materials, all that would be in their baskets. So I love that idea. I took the concept and I wanted to apply it for my own preschool classroom. So this basket here is for my RTI data collection. Any of my students who are getting RTI, it goes in here. So each student will get a folder like this, and I'll keep track of their data in here, and all their materials will be here in my basket. So let's say I've got some students who need work on pattern making. I've got a group of counting bears here to help me out. I've got some pencils and scissors for fine motor RTI data collection. I've got some colors and shapes and things like that. And also our speech pathologists, they'll give me RTI data as well to collect for their students. I'll put it right here in this basket as well. So whenever I'm doing center times and I want to get some data collection, I just pick up the basket that I want to use and go to that spot where the child is. Now, once my students have an IEP, or if they come to me already with an IEP, I'll put their folders in one of these other baskets. So this basket here is for concepts. So these are all my students who need help with concept materials, such as identifying numbers and letters, colors, shapes, being able to sort, make patterns, etc. So their folders will go in this basket along with all the materials I have in here to help them understand concepts, such as crayons, shapes, pattern blocks, all sorts of different things like that. Number games that we can play, so much fun. And again, I just put their folders kind of like right here. I'll just tuck their folder in the basket just like that to cover it up. I also have a basket here for my social emotional learning. That's a big one here in preschool. So I have these little certificates I can give out to kids saying you were a great job, you did a great super friend skill. We have emotional bingo, social stories, things like that for my students as well to help them learn their social skills. And then I also like to keep a couple extra baskets around for, let's say I have a student who has multiple areas of need. Let's say this is a student who has fine motor skill requirements, they have social requirements, and concept requirements. I can just put that student's name, like Carl. I can put Carl's name on this basket and have all of Carl's stuff right here. So if I want to go work with Carl, all I got to do is just pick up his basket, take it to the center with him, and work with him there. So this has been a great little organizational strategy for me. Very, very effective. I think it's been great to help my students stay focused and learn.